Welcome to EpiJournal. This is part 3 of the Shiny Dashboard playlist. And in today's session, we're going to add some charts into the body, because looking at the dashboard body is a little bit sparse. So let's go over what we've got so far. And what we've got so far is just this from the previous session. Doesn't really do much. Looks kind of cool, but there's nothing in it. So let's go and add some stuff into it. Now, just a disclaimer. This is where you're looking at and you're building and chucking stuff in. But in the server, this is where you're actually physically adding information. And you're analyzing your information. This is how you make your stuff. So we're going to be using the server section of this. Alright? So then, let's go and actually, let's just go and this is an older version. Right then, so looking exactly like what you have. Now then, Shiny server, that's all cool. Now we've got to have function. Now, let's move this down. We're going to want the diamonds dataset. Now the diamonds dataset, we'll go to library, ggplot2, skadoosh. Then you go data, type in your diamonds, because that's a ggplot dataset. You've got your diamonds there, click your diamonds promise, and then you've got diamonds dataset. Here it is. Okay, now then, we're going to do something with said diamonds dataset, alright? So, let's, in this little bit here, let's go and open it up a little bit, and let's make an output. Right, this is something called, so it's designated an output. It'll have a list of different outputs that you can call different names. So output, we're going to call this one in the file histogram. Histogram. Right then, and this is going to be made out of, we're going to need to render a plot. Render the plot. So this is something that we're going to be rendering in, and then inside this is what we're going to be. This is the calculation, if you see what I mean, which is just the base package. You can use ggplot itself, but I'll just do it quickly. Hist, which is the base for histogram. Diamonds, and we'll want a numeric. Price is probably numeric. Yeah, and let's leave it as that. Now, if we just run this app, it's not really going to do anything, because this is just holding all the information in the server. It's in the background, so we need to go and put it onto the actual page, which is the UI, the user interface. So then, let's go and get off that. And let's start filling in the dashboard body. Let's just, there you go, just make it a bit neater. Right then, so let's start filling in the actual dashboard body. Right then, so you're going to be wanting something called a fluid row. This is you need to go and say where you want stuff. So you're going to it's going to talk about the fluid first row, essentially. Fluid row, perfect. So it's going to be at the top, and it's going to be able to be moved about, and the rest of it. And in said fluid row, we're going to want a box, because we're not just going to have it encompassing everything. We're just going to have one single box, right? And I'll do it with them without the box also, because that'll be interesting. So we're going to be wanting a plot output. Now let's have a look at server output. This is an output. We're going to want a plot said output, because they're called. Yeah, it's linking up with this output section here, right? So plot output, and what is the thing called? Now make sure it's in inverted commas. Here we want the histogram, because that's what it is, right? Histogram. Okay. Let's see if it works. And here is a plot of the diamonds dataset in a histogram format. Simple as that. Let's see, let's take away the box. See what that see that what that does. So I don't actually know. Reload app. Takes up more space, right? So if you put it into a single box, then you're able to go and save a little bit on space. You might be able, you I think the fluid row is stating that on the first row, it's not just going to be one thing, there can be multiple things. So reload the app, squishes it up over there, right? So, that is adding stuff to your page. Next up, we're going to add some sliders. So, I'll see you then.